One simple practice that you can start implementing right away that can literally double your sales in a matter of just a few days. Welcome everyone, I'm 𝗬𝗏𝗰𝗏, and as a business growth strategist and the founder of the 90-day sales team, I love to focus on the most valuable strategies and most valuable approaches that you can implement yourself right away that are going to make the biggest difference in terms of helping you to continue growing. So that's what I want to share on today's video. This is a very powerful approach. It's very low tech, but it's one that surprisingly is not implemented a lot, and I might touch briefly on why that is. And also, if you stick with me to the end, I'm going to have a very special free offer with no strings attached for you towards the end of this brief video. So what is this simple practice that you can start implementing right away? Well, it is none other than to review your own sales call recordings and then look for actionable steps, things that you can change the next time you have a sales call. Now, as I explain that to you, you might be thinking, well, that sounds too simple. How could that possibly make such a big difference? But here's the thing. After having been in high-ticket sales for about 7 years and conducting hundreds and hundreds of calls myself, also reviewing many calls for my clients, there's something I realized that's very powerful. You see, the sales conversations are a journey, and on that journey, there are different things that are happening that are going to either navigate the conversation closer to a sale or further away from a sale. And sometimes we inadvertently say things and do things, not because we're trying to to sabotage the conversation, but just because of habits of the way we've become accustomed to communicating. So we say and do these things that tend to derail the conversation, or they tend to give an impression to the other person that maybe we didn't want to. They may cause confusion, or they may just distract from the main point. So all these things serve to ultimately reduce the chances that business is going to be conducted, right? Because ultimately business is conducted because there is a sense of trust and there's good communication. There's an establishing of a relationship between you and the prospective buyer. So when we can optimize that and remove things that are going to make them scratch their head or think twice or get confused, or maybe get the wrong idea, then we reduce the noise. So that's why this approach is so powerful. And the other reason it's so powerful is because you're not doing it. See, you get 0% of the shots that you never take. So if you never take the time to just listen to your own sales calls, how are you going to identify those things that you can improve, right? Makes sense. And there are a lot of reasons perhaps why people do that. I get it. Sometimes it can be uncomfortable or awkward to listen to yourself. But the truth is, if you want to really perform at a higher level, and sales truly is a performance, then you're going to need to at least evaluate yourself. Another option, of course, is to have someone else evaluate you. So if you already have a coach or a mentor, or even a colleague or peer that you trust can give you good feedback, they're also a great resource for you to share your call recording and say, hey, can you just listen to my recording from the beginning? And anything at all that stands out, anything that you feel I could have done better or differently, if you wouldn't mind just pointing that out to me, I'd appreciate it. It's so powerful. And like I said, working with my clients and even myself, I've made changes and tweaks to just one small thing, usually in the beginning of the call, and it makes all the difference in the world. It literally doubles the conversions because we're not losing people at that whatever that issue was. So you see, can you see how powerful this is? This is really powerful, and I'm frankly surprised that more people aren't doing this. But again, I understand part of the reasons why. But I want to invite you to step out and operate at a higher level. So if you really are committed to growing and improving, I want to invite you to say, yes, I'm willing to, first of all, record my calls. Secondly, I'm willing to listen to my call. Now, for those of you who stuck with me to the end, I know this is a pretty brief video, but in kind of as a reward and a thank you for staying with me all the way to the end, I want to offer you something very special. And this is completely free. There's no strings attached. I'm not going to oblige you to do anything or buy anything from me if you take me up on this free offer. And that free offer is as follows. I'm going to be the one to review one of your sales conversations and provide you with salient, actionable feedback concisely in a way that you can understand and in a way that you can go and implement immediately. And you can start to get results. And that's very powerful. And imagine if you could even double your own sales by reviewing your calls. Imagine what you could do if you were to take some feedback that I would provide you and start to implement it. You may even be able to more than double your results. So I want to invite you to take me up on that. If you want to do that, all you have to do is just send me a brief DM here on LinkedIn, and we can be in touch. Also, I want to remind you that my next free live workshop is coming up very soon. It's going to be on the 3rd of April at noon Eastern. The weeks are going quickly. We're already here in springtime 2024. So I want to invite you to the workshop. I only do it once a month. It's live and there is no replay because I want to encourage you to show up and pay attention. That's how you're going to get value. So if you want to join, I'll provide a link somewhere below this video, and I'd love to see you at the next workshop. Thank you very much. Take care.